will learn what is transient variable. First, let me tell you that transient is a keyword in Java. When this keyword is used against a variable, that time the variable becomes transient variable. So you can see in the code, we have a variable called card number, and its type is long. Before that, we have used the transient keyword, right? So this variable card number is a transient variable. So this transient is a modifier actually for a variable in Java. Transient keyword is not used to modify method or class. So let's say we have a class credit card, right? So this transient can modify the class or private for a class. This cannot be used for class. Neither it can be used for a method also, right? It cannot be used for class. It cannot be used for method. It is used for class level variables or member level variables of a class, not for local variables. If you see this transient, these variables are in the class level, right? They are member variables. So they cannot be used for a local variable. For example, I have a main method. Any example, let's say credit card is a variable here, right? Or I declare one variable, let's say int I equals to 0, right? So here I cannot use it as a transient. Even if I use it, it will show me comparison. Let's see this. This is illegal modifier for parameter I only. Final is permitted. So it cannot be used for local value. Is it clear? So what is the main purpose of using transient variable? So why do we use this transient and when do we use? Well, it is used to stop a variable to be serialized. We will see in this example how a variable skips the serialization process. A real-time example would be, let's say, we want to pass the credit card information, the payment gateway. At that time, the expiry date, name, location, card type, etc. Now, in the starting, I have these three variables: card number, CVV number, and expiry date. Now, for any reason, we have to add more parameters to the credit card, like address or location, right? Card type, name, etc. And now we want to serialize, right? So previously we had all secured everything as transient, and there are some more, right, which I want to serialize. In that case, if I want to realize this complete object, then these secured variables also will be serialized, or these data members also will be serialized, right? If I don't use it as a transient. In that case, it will be a securitization. When JVM keyword, ignores the original value of the object and instead stores the default value of the object. So how does it happen? We will see. First, let me explain you about this program, what it exactly it is doing. Right? So if you look at this program, I have a credit card class. So this is the class which is holding our credit card information. Okay? It has a constructor where I would initialize. Now I tried this transient example inside the main method. So here I have created a class object for credit card. Okay. Now this object I can use to process here itself, or I can use it to pass it to another API. Okay. Now when I'm passing it, before passing I can serialize it, or even after I pass it, it can be serialized in the server object also, in the caller also. Okay. So I have created this object. Using that object, I want to write this object, or I want to serialize this object. Okay. So serialization means I will write this Java object into a file. Now to write into a file, I have to create a file output stream. So I have to given one file name here, and I'm creating a file output. Now to make a connectivity between the file object to the this credit output stream. And now once that object output stream is created, then I write this object, credit card object, into that file. Okay. Now let me run this and see what happens. Okay. If you see the output, you will see the first set of output. That credit card object is serialized successfully. So this is I will show you this serialized file, how it is created, and how that file look like. Just pull it. So I'm trying to go to that folder. Okay. File is created. Copy the content of that file and putting it to my Eclipse to show you how that file content look like. So the file content look like this. So see this. So this is the serialized content inside the file. You see here, you have the package information. Okay, and the variables, the data. Okay, this is how is there inside the file. I'm not able to show you the file. File. So after this is serialized, right? Once it is serialized, it is written into the file. So I want to deserialize. Means I have to read this content from the file and then I have to put it into the object. Or convert it into the object. And how do I do that? So first, I have to read that file. So in order to read the file, I have to create an object input string. So I have created an object input string of that file. Okay. Then using that object input string, I'm creating the object. Or basically, I read that file, convert it into credit card object. I have the credit card object. Then I have printed all the variables. So now, if you look at these first three variables, credit card number, CVV number, and expiry date. Okay. These three numbers were declared as transient. Right? So as we have learned that these transient variables should not be written. Right? So what it should basically print, it should print as the default value. Default value is, for example, long and int default value is 0. And for that, to see in the bottom, this is how it looks. It is the credit card number 0, CVV number 0, expiry date null, but name, location, and card type they have been printed. Right? So these values were serialized successfully, but not the transient variable. So when I'm using the transient variable, the variables which I don't want it to be serialized, they are kept as not serialized. So they are doing the serialization or deserialization. I hope it is clear for you what the transient variable is. And I'm sure you liked it, this video. So please click the like button and share this. And if you have not subscribed for this channel, please do subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.